Last thing we want to talk about, we're kind of running short on time here, so we're going to kind of speed through this a little bit. But the last mistake we see anglers make when they're crankbait fishing is not choosing the right color crankbait for the situation. Color selection can be really crucial. We could talk about color selection for 2 hours if we wanted to, but I'm going to give you kind of the basic rundown for the offshore crankbaits, and then Randy can kind of take you through a quick rundown of the shallow running crankbaits. So for me, I'm not as big of a color snob as other guys are. I'm actually colorblind, so it's not as big of a deal for me. But whenever I'm offshore cranking, I do find that there's 2 or 3 colors that outperform any other color day in and day out. The first color that is the staple in offshore crankbait fishing is a chartreuse powder blueback crankbait. This is by far the best deep crankbait color, whether you're in clear water or in dirty water. For whatever reason, they just love this color. And it's the number one color I go to. I start with a chartreuse powder blueback in almost every single situation, any water clarity, any conditions. Now, the only exception to that is I might also mix it up with a chartreuse powder or a chartreuse with a greenback. And I just kind of do that if I feel like the fish are getting conditioned to that powder blueback. If I'm catching a lot of fish on the blueback, I'll go to the greenback. But I carry basically chartreuse greenback and chartreuse blueback. And then the second color I throw a lot is some sort of more muted shad color. And this is my favorite color in the striking lineup, the sexy blueback herring color. A lot of guys like sexy shad, but for some reason, I don't actually catch as many fish on sexy shad as I used to when it first came out. I find that more muted kind of natural colors, but with that bright yellow line across it, like the sexy blueback herring, really get the job done. And I'll throw this color when I feel like the fish are still pretty aggressive, but the conditions are a little bit brighter and clearer. So if you have bright bluebird skies and less wind, the sexy blueback herring works better, versus when you have cloud cover and a lot of wind, the chartreuse with the blueback works better. And then if the fish are biting a crankbait, but it's really bright skies, really calm, I really like a green gizzard shad. It's a very muted color, and it works great. The only other color that I'll throw a lot with my deep diving crankbaits is some sort of crawfish pattern. And for some reason, I find that a bright red crankbait offshore can just crush them even when bass are feeding on shad. And I know for sure, for a fact, they're feeding on shad because I see them down their throat. But sometimes picking up a red crankbait and throwing it out on those schools of fish can get those fish fired up. And not that many guys will throw a red crankbait in the middle of the summer. Now in the winter, a lot of guys will throw deep diving crankbaits in red, but if you're fishing, let's say, a ledge where fish are feeding on gizzard shad in the middle of the summer, sometimes you can go from a chartreuse colored crankbait or a shad colored crankbait and throw this delta red or a red colored crankbait and start catching them like crazy as if they've never seen the crankbait before. So my go-to colors are basically the ones I just showed you there. 3 basic styles: a chartreuse color, a shad color, and a red color. That's basically what I go with my offshore crankbaits. And I do go to the reds a lot more in the winter because those fish start feeding more heavily on crawfish. So that's kind of another call out there. But that's what I go with. Randy, what would you say on the crankbait color?
Yeah, just a real quick little mini seminar here on colors, because like I said, Johnny, we could have a whole 3-hour deal on just colors. But think of your crankbait colors in terms of the forage. Basically, anything with chartreuse is resembling a perch. Anything that's a shad pattern is a shad. Anything that's a red or orange is a crawfish pattern. And simplify it in that sense. Basically, I agree with what Johnny said on the chartreuse pattern. If the chartreuse crankbaits will catch the biggest aggressive fish if there is in the area right off the bat. It's a good bait to throw right off the bat in the morning. It's a good bait to throw on cloudy, windy days, or if the fish are aggressive. If the fish are not quite as aggressive, the water's a little bit clearer, I like to throw some type of a shad pattern, whether it be a translucent type shad or a flat finish, doesn't really matter. Those are for a little bit less aggressive fish. When the water temperature is below 55 degrees, particularly in the pre-spawn, you can't beat any type of orange or red. That's going to be a big color consideration there. But I like to totally match my colors based upon the water clarity. Water clarity, also sky conditions, how much sunlight penetration is in the water. But you need those 3 combinations. You need some type of chartreuse, some type of shad, some type of crawfish pattern, and just mix it up. based upon water temperature and clarity.
For sure. Really, you can't go wrong with those three colors. I know you throw a bluegill pattern as well, which is a bigger player up shallow than it is offshore because there's not really as many bluegill out really deep.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, guys, that is all we have time for tonight, but hopefully you enjoyed this live stream. I had a blast talking through all these different things, and one more thing to call out, if you guys are still here and you're watching this live stream, go down below and subscribe to the Fish the Moment Live YouTube channel so you don't miss upcoming streams. This is not the Fish the Moment channel. This is a new channel. Go subscribe. It would really help if we could get to 1,000 subscribers because actually we can start monetizing these streams and actually make a living doing what we're doing. So it would really help if we get to 1,000 subscribers on this channel. So even if you have to share it out with your brother, your family, whatever, if you're like Fish the Moment, share out the channel, get some subscribers here. It really help us out. And also leave a like on this live stream. It'll definitely help out to get this video out to more people. And we're also going to be making supercuts and basically uploading a video pretty much every single day on this channel of short segments from the live stream. We're going to be starting that later this week, so you should be able to stay tuned to the Fish the Moment Live YouTube channel to see a ton of just shortcut videos that will have a lot of great tips. You don't have to dive through the entire video again to watch the tips. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the stream. Randy, how'd you think it went?
Really good, man. We blew through these topics. We could have probably picked one of those 5 and talked the entire time on it. So we just really went through it quick, everybody, real just foundational overview. And I'm sure we'll be talking in much more detail about all this in the future.
For sure. And again, check out Randy's YouTube channel, Intuitive Angling with Randy Blockett. He has a lot of great videos on his channel talking about baits and all the specifics. Every single day he's posting. And I have a video coming up this Thursday on the Fish the Moment channel all about live scope. So we kind of got the old school and new school going. My live scope video, Randy's going to be awesome. I have a bunch of 4 to 6 pounders on camera on live scope. So excited to share that with everyone. And hopefully you guys will enjoy that content. I know not everyone loves live scope, but it's the future of the game, and I'm enjoying learning about it. So not every video is going to be about live scope, but at least a couple, why not?
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, guys, thanks again for checking out the stream, and we'll see you guys next week. We'll be here every single Tuesday, 7 p.m. Central Time on the Fish the Moment Live YouTube channel, and you can also check us out on the Apple Podcast app and Spotify app at the Fish the Moment Podcast. Thanks again for checking out the stream. We'll see y'all next time.